What is up, everyone? Today I'm going to be showing you how to build detailed pathways, and it's going to completely transform your world, whether you're just walking around between buildings or trading stalls or farms. We're going to include plenty of small details to make it feel more natural as well, so let's waste no time and hop right into it. So here I'm going to be working with our medieval house that we made in our last tutorial, just as a blueprint here. And for our pathways, I'm going to be showing you the blocks we're going to be using, starting with packed mud, mud brick, coarse dirt, and rooted dirt. And then the slabs here are going to be for our little stairs down. As you go a block down, you're going to need a stair variant. As you can see, that's what we're doing here, but I'm just trying to show you. Okay, we can start placing the blocks here at random, going from our house entrance. As you can see, I'm placing them at pure random, so don't get too mixed up with this. Okay, once you get here where you want there to be a slab, I'm going to be using obviously mud brick slabs like I showed you, but I'm also going to be throwing in granite slabs. I just made that addition now as it looks pretty good with our gradient here. As you can see, it goes really well with our dirt. And then let's go ahead and make a longer pathway just so we have some more room to work. Same thing, random gradient with the slabs. Okay, now using the mud and granite slabs, we can go ahead and place these slabs along the edges of our pathway here. Okay, now to make our pathways look more aesthetic, instead of it just being slabs on the outer borders, we're going to go ahead and replace some of them with leaves. You don't even necessarily need to replace the slabs. You can kind of place the leaves on like the outer borders. It's up to you personally. And then we can also go ahead and throw in some lighting here. I just used a mud brick fence and placed a lantern on top. Okay guys, so this is what we're working with so far. Looks pretty good, right? Let's go ahead and make it look better. I like to throw in pots with flowers on top, or you can even throw your lanterns there if that's what you prefer, but I like to put my flowers in pots. So we go ahead and place some of those, and then we can even include just a flower pot here. Okay, this next part's important. I'm gonna go ahead and place a trading stall here from my world, just to showcase that where these pathways, they connect different builds, right? So we can go ahead and take off some of these slabs and extend our pathways towards our certain builds. It doesn't even have to be a trading stall. I'm just using this as an example to show you that these paths lead to different things. So as you can see here, I'm throwing in more leaves, and then we're going to put in our slabs also to make the walkway upward. So since I did bring in one of my schematics, I'm going to go ahead and fix the terrain just so it looks a little bit better using World Edit. And I'm not going to like make it perfect, but I just want to make it like not so it's just a floating trading stall. So moving on, we can even further our pathway here. You can make this obviously as long as you want. I'm just trying to showcase that these pathways should lead to everything. They should connect all your builds together. Same thing, putting the slabs on the side, including some more leaves. And then obviously our stairways with our slabs. We're going to go ahead and place another one of our schematics here. Like I said, it doesn't have to be this tree right here. It could be another building, it could be a well, literally anything. So I'm going to go ahead and fix up some of this terrain just because it came in a little awkward. I'm just trying to showcase to you that these pathways should lead up into everything. So again, we're going to make another slab cutout like we did previously for the trading stall, but this time we're going to make it lead to the tree with our same gradient, with the same slabs on the outer borders, the leaves. So yeah, you should have these pathways linked to everything. And we can just throw in another small plant here, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what we've built here so far. As you can see, we have a pathway to our tree. And then another pathway to our trading stall. And then finally, our last pathway to our house. I've now showed you guys my favorite kind of pathway with the mud variants. And I think it's only right if I were to give you guys another pathway that you can work with, because mud doesn't always work with everything. So I'm going to give you guys another pathway because I'm just the best guy ever. Okay, so we're honestly just going to take our same build that we just did, but we're going to be replacing the entire pathway with a different set of gradient using stone. So we're going to have our moss, mossy cobble, cobblestone, andesite, stone brick, mossy stone brick, and then we can even do some like gravel. Okay, so the idea here is that the grassy blocks are going to be on the outside borders of our pathway here. And then you're going to go from moss to, for instance, mossy cobble or mossy stone brick, and then from mossy stone brick to stone brick. That's going to be our sort of transition here. I'm not going to actually build this right here, but I'm kind of showing you guys the process of this, how the moss stays on the outside. You can even do some bone meal with that, and yeah, it's going to make it all look good. Okay, so let's go ahead and start replacing our mud gradient with our new stone gradient. First things first, I'm going to lay out some of these border grass blocks with some moss. It's not completely necessary, like you can leave some of them grass blocks to make it like look more natural, but it's nice when you can bone meal the moss. So yeah, let's just keep on chipping out this previous gradient for our new one. So again, the mossy block variants are going to be going on the outside edges here to make it look more natural. So yeah, we're going to be using our andesite, gravel, and even like some stone brick or cobble, mainly in the middle. But you really want to make sure you're using either moss or the mossy stone variants on a lot of these edges to make it look more natural. So yeah, as you can see, that's turned out pretty well. So let's go ahead and do all our other ones. So once you're done replacing all those blocks, you can even go ahead and start bone milling some moss on the outer borders of your stone gradient here to make it look better with the plants. You can even also place your individual plants, but I like the moss plants. So this next part's also important. We're going to go through and replace our existing granite and mud brick slabs for mossy cobblestone slabs and mossy stone brick slabs. Just replace all those existing ones. Or obviously you're not going to be building one and then making the other, so I'm just showing you that those slabs would be in place of where the other ones were. Now let's not forget about our trading stall here also. Same thing, making it grassy on the outer edges. Okay, this next part isn't completely necessary, but what we can do is we can replace some of these blocks with stair variants to make it look like a cracked pathway or like aged or withered kind of pathway. You know what I mean? Because it's not going to be like completely paved like a road. You know what I mean? So I think it's a good idea to include some stuff like this. Not all the blocks, but I think gradually as you're going along through the pathway, you can include some of these stairs just like this. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Put them in a good amount of spots. So again, not too many, but you want some of them there. Next, we can also go ahead and place some bushes or ferns in some of these moss blocks just to make it look a little more grassy. Some plants on these edges here. I know we have our leaves already, but just to really give it that extra touch. So that brings us to the end of the video here. If you guys enjoyed that, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments what future videos you guys are interested in seeing. I really hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys in the next one.